the revolution, y'all. Yep, the revolution.
The revolution, y'all, will not be televised.
Yeah, you gotta wake up, open your eyes,
Make a change in your life,
and find a new way of living.
It's time to start living for the children.
Everybody look into my life. Tell me what you see. The perseverance of a young man sitting is so free. LA Mac, be the champ, but still fighting the struggle. They couldn't shut my mouth with a muzzle. I'm hard to figure like a puzzle. My name ought to be Jigsaw. Rough around the edges, I've been known to spit raw. Always with a pen and a book. I'm kinda thin and I look real suspicious like a one-eyed crook. St. Loco is the city I claim. Not in a game, but I'm bang. Don't try me, I ain't new to this thing. Consequences and repercussions for pissing me off. I ain't mad, I'm just trying to pay the rent on this loft. Short arms and short pockets, I be pulling out lint. So understand why I'm trying to get bent. We all about that hippie hoppy, don't stop me all the way live. Writing more issues than vibe when my mind televised. The revolution, y'all, will not be televised. You gotta wake up, open your eyes, make a change.
We just wanna have a good time.
Hey yo,
Wanna have a good time.
Nitro.
We just wanna have a good time. Oh yeah, no time for the drama. Come on. Hey, hey, we just wanna have a good time. Good time. We just wanna have a good time. Good time. We just wanna have a good time. Good time. No time for the drama. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. I just wanna have a good time. They calling me JJ, cause I got the mic posted up with the DJ. Please no requests, I'm repeating what he say. We got it under control, it's cool like Cool J. Now when the needle drop and the record spin, give me a scratch to let me know where the song begin. His shoulder hold the headphone with one ear so he can hear the monitor and mix the record real clear. It's okay, I said it's okay, cause I'm with the DJ. Cause I'm with the DJ. It's okay, I said it's okay, cause I'm with the DJ. Cause I'm with the DJ. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. Everybody in the place, they was...
Let's go. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek.
Lock and load. Hey yo, my nickname Jigsaw, cut you in half. I'm about to show the meaning of lyrical bloodbath. You should go take a bath, dog, dusty and dirty. When I'm 42 and rhyming, I'ma still be worthy. And I'ma be all-time top 3. The reason I can shoot, cause y'all don't matter to me. I done been there and done that. My stats is dumb fat. And for the record, I'm just stating facts, now run that. Line them up and knock them down. I run this town. It's just a matter of opinion. Now calm down. My mind is like the combine. I only get one time to prove that my 40-time rhymes are sublime. I inspire rappers, y'all call them a MC. The difference my end in a lowercase e. I lit your pilot, you was waiting to blow. You ain't never been on fire, I'm just letting you know. Sincerely Nitro.
We doing featherweight. My gunshots will make you never say them.
Lock and load.
I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek.
We doing featherweight. My gunshots will make you never say them. Lock and load.
I guarantee you it'll be your very last time breathing.
Double-edged sword, I'll bang your backboard. Dressed in all white, the home team, they clap for you.
Hello, hello, hello. How you all doing?
Good morning, or no, good afternoon.
Yeah, it's like 7:05 here.
Oh, okay. No, it's only 1 here, so I'm still thinking in the morning. No, it's already afternoon.
Yeah. So, guys, welcome. And, well, Sylvie's gone and done it again. She's pulled another one out of the closet. She's put together another amazing training today. What's this training called, Sylvie?
It's metaverse technology. So
Metaverse technology. I've got a few bits of news, but we will run this. It's about 20 minutes long. I've actually got the video in a little folder. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to grab it. Let me just get this. Good. I've got into all my files. Oh my god, I've got millions. Yes, I know where it is. And Sylvie training. Okay, guys, without further ado, we're going to go straight into this training. It is 20 minutes, pretty much exactly. And this will just play immediately. So please sit back and listen to this amazing presentation. I haven't heard this yet myself. I literally only got it 5 minutes ago. So very interested to hear what Sylvie's put together. If it's anything like last week's, we know we're in for a treat, an informative treat, and another
I hope so. I hope so.
well, let's just say another piece of another weapon in your armory against
And something that is
people who
important to
are doubting what we're
understand
doing.
actually about the metaverse. So, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Metaverse technology by Sylvie. Here we go, guys.
Welcome to today's presentation and welcome back to our channel. Sylvia here, and I am doing this video for the Meta1 community and of course for everyone who is interested in the metaverse. Today we are going to talk about metaverse technology. The metaverse has been a buzzword in the technology industry for some time now and is widely considered the next big thing in virtual reality and online gaming. Today, we'll take a closer look at the metaverse and explore the different layers that make up this exciting and rapidly evolving space. By the end of this presentation, you will better understand the metaverse and the opportunities it presents for businesses, entrepreneurs, and creators. So, let's get started. The metaverse is a virtual world that is made up of different layers. Each of those layers have a specific purpose. Those layers can be thought as building blocks that come together to create a completely virtual environment. And each of those layers had its own important function in the metaverse. One of the most fundamental layers of the metaverse is infrastructure layer. This layer provides the underlying technology and framework that enables the metaverse to exist. It includes things like servers, networks, and protocols that allow users to connect to the virtual world and interact with each other. Another important layer is the content layer. This layer includes all the virtual objects, environments, and experiences that users can encounter within the metaverse. This could range from 3D models of buildings and landscapes to avatars and virtual items that users can purchase and use. In addition, there is a social layer that facilitates interaction between users. This layer includes features like chat systems, virtual communities, and multiplayer games that allow people to connect and interact in virtual settings. Finally, there is economic layer that deals with virtual economy within the metaverse. This layer includes things like virtual currency and marketplaces where users can buy and sell virtual goods and services. Together, those layers form the foundation of the metaverse, providing a seamless and immersive virtual environments for users to explore and interact with. The infrastructure layer of the metaverse is the backbone of the entire virtual world. It includes the hardware, software, and network infrastructure necessary to create a seamless and reliable virtual experience for users. Some examples of the infrastructure layer include servers. The servers are the computers that host the virtual environment and handle all the computing tasks necessary for the metaverse to function. Those servers are responsible for managing user data, storing virtual assets, and ensuring that the virtual world remains stable and responsive. Network infrastructure. The network infrastructure of the metaverse includes internet connectivity, routers, and switches that allow users to connect to the virtual world. The speed and reliability of network infrastructure are critical to ensure that users can have a seamless and immersive experience. Protocols. The protocols are the rules and standards that govern how data is transmitted and processed within the metaverse. Some examples of the protocols used in the metaverse include Interplanetary File System, IPFS, Decentralized Identity Foundation, DIF. Rendering engines. The rendering engines are the software that generates the graphics and animations within the virtual world. Those engines use complex algorithms to create realistic 3D environments and objects that users can interact with. Security. Security is a critical aspect of the infrastructure layer of the metaverse. It includes measures like encryption, firewalls, and authentication protocols to ensure that user data is secure and protected from hackers and other malicious actors. The infrastructure layer is the foundation of the metaverse and ensures that the virtual world can function reliably and seamlessly. Without a robust infrastructure layer, the metaverse would not be able to exist in the form that we envision today. Companies that are building the infrastructure layer are NVIDIA, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, Google Cloud, and Unity, and of course some others. The content layer of the metaverse is responsible for providing the virtual objects, environments, and experiences that users can encourage within the virtual world. This layer includes a wide range of digital assets such as 3D models, textures, animations, and sound effects. Here are some examples of the types of content that can be found within the metaverse. So let's start with virtual environments. Those are 3D virtual environments that users can explore and interact within the metaverse. They can range from virtual representation of real-world locations such as cities or landmarks to entirely fictional environments. Avatars. Avatars are digital representation of users within the metaverse. They allow users to personalize their virtual identities and interact with other users within the virtual world. If you are interested to know a little bit more about the avatars, we have a video from last week that I showed how to create your avatar in Decentraland. Okay, so virtual items. Virtual items are digital objects that users can acquire and use within the metaverse. Those can include virtual clothing, accessories, weapons, and tools, known as NFTs. Games. Many metaverse applications include multiplayer games that allow users to compete or cooperate with each other in the virtual environments. Those can range from simple puzzle games to complex role-playing games. Another are social experiences. The metaverse also includes a range of social experiences that allow users to connect with each other and form virtual communities. Those can include chat rooms, virtual meetups, and other social activities. The content layer of the metaverse is critical to provide users with a rich and engaging virtual experience. It enables users to explore and interact with the wide range of digital assets, from virtual worlds to avatars and virtual items. As the metaverse continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more diverse and innovative content being developed for users to enjoy. Companies and organizations that are involved in this layer are Roblox, Decentraland, Epic Games, Unity Technologies, Facebook Horizon, Workrooms, and many more. Okay, so another layer of the metaverse is the social layer. The social layer of the metaverse is all about enabling social interactions between users within the virtual world. It includes a range of features and functionalities that allow users to communicate, connect, and interact with each other in meaningful ways. Here are some examples of the types of social interaction that can be found within the metaverse. So, chatting and messaging. Many metaverse applications include chat rooms and messaging systems that allow users to communicate with each other in real time. Those can be used for both casual and formal communication, such as discussing a virtual event or collaborating on a project. And if you're following GMeta1 for some time now, you know that if we go, for example, to Voxels, they have the chatting system and we can talk over there, and even a voice chat we can have there. Okay, so another part of social layer is the virtual meetups and events. The metaverse also includes a range of virtual events and meetups that allow users to connect with each other and form virtual communities. Those can include music concerts, gaming tournaments, and virtual conferences. And this is also what you could experience with GMeta1, as we were joining with you the concerts that that were hosted in Decentraland. We had our own event hosted in Voxels in our GMeta1 arena that you could actually enjoy the whole metaverse environment. So another part are virtual economies. Many metaverse applications include virtual economies that allow users to buy and sell virtual goods and services. Those can include virtual currency, virtual real estate, and virtual items like clothing or furniture. And this is also what we were doing here in GMeta1, that we were showing you how to create your your wearables in the Voxels, for example, and we have also one like a masterclass about it. So if you would like to know how to do that, you can just go back to a few videos back and you will find out. Okay, another is the social networks. Some metaverse applications include social networks that allow users to connect with each other and form virtual relationships. Those can be used for both personal and professional purposes, such as finding new friends or networking with other professionals. Virtual reality experiences. The metaverse also includes a range of virtual reality experiences that allow users to immerse themselves in a virtual world and interact with others in real time. Those can include virtual meetings, gaming experiences, and other types of immersive experiences. And this can be one of example of that is when I don't know if you guys remember when we joined the Paris Hilton in the sandbox, and that was a super exciting experience and the game, and you could actually win something. I cannot remember what was it right now, but yeah, it was really fun. The social layer of the metaverse is critical to enabling social interaction between users within the virtual world. It allows users to connect, communicate, and collaborate in ways that were not previously possible. As the metaverse continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more interactions. Okay, so another layer of the metaverse is the economic layer. The economic layer of the metaverse refers to the systems and structures that enable economic transactions and exchanges within the virtual world. It includes everything from virtual currencies and marketplaces to systems for monetizing content and services. Here are some examples of the types of economic activities that can be found within the metaverse. So the first one are virtual currencies. Many metaverse platforms have their own virtual currencies that can be used to buy and sell virtual goods and services. So examples can be like Robux on Roblox, Mana on the Decentraland, V-Bucks on Fortnite, and there is a Sand on the Sandbox, and others virtual currencies for the metaverses as we can find. Virtual marketplaces. The metaverse also includes virtual marketplaces that allow users to buy and sell virtual goods and services using virtual currencies. Those can include everything from virtual real estate and clothing to digital art and music. And for example, the virtual marketplace, so we know that the Decentraland or the Sandbox, they have their own marketplace, but also we can find the OpenSea, for example, that you can actually purchase the virtual goods and services there from different platforms. Advertising and sponsoring. The metaverse also provides opportunities for advertising and sponsoring. Brands can sponsor virtual events or place ads within virtual spaces to reach a highly engaged audience. So I know, guys, you remember probably when we went like to Decentraland, and we've seen those big massive spaces for advertisement, or even in voxels, in our own arena, voxels, Gmeta One arena, that we have sponsored booths, and people could purchase those places when we were having an event and in other occasions. Okay, so in-app purchases. Many metaverse applications also offer in-app purchases that allow users to buy additional features or content within the application. Examples include additional game levels or virtual items like clothing or accessories. Virtual real estate. The metaverse includes virtual real estate that can be bought and sold using virtual currencies. This can include everything from virtual land and buildings to virtual storefronts and ventures. This can actually include renting. So if somebody have a building in the metaverse, could rent it out, or maybe like we are doing in Gmeta One, we have the apartments in voxels, and we're renting each apartment for people to showcase their NFTs or the services, whatever they wish. Okay, so overall, the economic layer of the metaverse provides a range of opportunities for economic transactions and exchanges within the virtual world. As the metaverse continues to grow and evolve, we can expect to see even more innovative and exciting economies activities being developed for the users to participate in. To conclude this presentation, it is important to highlight that the metaverse is a fascinating and dynamic space that is constantly evolving. As we have seen, it is made up of different layers that serve specific purposes, including infrastructure, content, social, and economic layers. Companies around the world are actively working to build and develop those layers, and we can expect to see continued growth and innovation in the metaverse in the coming years. As the metaverse continues to expand, it will present a range of exciting opportunities for businesses, entrepreneurs, and creators. However, it is also important to keep in mind that the metaverse also presents its own set of unique challenges and risks, including issues around privacy, security, and digital rights. Therefore, it is important for all stakeholders to work together to build a safe, inclusive, and sustainable metaverse that benefits everyone. In summary, the metaverse is a new and exciting frontier in the world of technology, and it will be fascinating to see how it develops and evolves in the coming years. So, with that, I thank you for joining me in this presentation, and I hope that you have gained a better understanding of the different layers of the metaverse and the opportunities that it presents. Please remember to subscribe to GMeta1 channel, follow us on Twitter and other social medias, and let's see each other in the metaverse. Thank you very much, and back to you, Andy.
Wow, unbelievable. Really, really good. Fantastic. I hope anybody watching this, please show some appreciation. That was just incredible. Loved it. Absolutely great. Really, really good. I think you're muted, Sylvie.
Yes, I was actually muted. Thank you, Andy.
No, that's it's you just keep doing it. It's incredible. Love it. Absolutely amazing. But it you know, and that's the kind it's the kind of you kind of decomplicate things. You take away the complications and make it very simple for people to understand, which is a skill, which is definitely an amazing skill, and that's what's needed because people don't know what it is. They don't really know what it is, and you know, there's a lot of triggers in that presentation, which you know, if somebody's watching this and wondering what the metaverse is, they'll be like, ah, okay. Like, you know, there's things in there that will make people kind of have a eureka moment or sort of see where it's actually going to fit with them, which is just brilliant. I loved it.
Well, the idea is for people to actually understand the different layers that they can get in the metaverse, you know, because everyone is doing something different. Everyone is good in something different, you know, so people can just use what they like and it can be in metaverse.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Miguel, your dear hubby, he was around at the birth. You know, he was doing online marketing since online marketing existed, since the internet existed. I mean, I certainly got in early. I wasn't an early adopter of the internet, but you know, back then the internet was a complete mess. You know, it's a bit like where we are now. You know, stuff like Google hadn't even been invented, and people were using all sorts of weird search engines. But the problem with using search engines is people with websites didn't know about SEO. They didn't know what that was. They didn't know what phrases to put in there to make, you know, so search engines were very hit and miss. So unless you actually had somebody's website address or www, it was very difficult to find people because people didn't know what to do. We're just literally, it's like literally opening a business but not providing any address, a physical business without providing an actual where do I go to find these guys? And that's where we're at right now. And you know, I did say I was on this space yesterday, and we were talking about this. A few questions came my way, and I said about, you know, I don't think the Google or the Facebook of the metaverse has even joined the party yet. I don't think it'll be either of them. I think it'll be something else. Something else is going to go show up and bind everything together, and become the industry standard like Google is right now. So yeah, I think that training is just really, really good, and it actually echoes some of the things of just a couple of bits of news. Nothing earth-shattering news-wise this week, but let's have a look. Let me just share my screen. I'll pick a few things. This one, you know, again, it's what we're always saying is obviously, I'm not going to read this word for word. you'll be very pleased to hear, because it is quite highbrow. But you know, there's a few different articles which show who's using this technology already. And this article here is just specifically about finance. How will the metaverse revolutionize financial technology, fintech for short? And it goes through obviously a history that JP Morgan, of all people, were the first who entered from a financial background. But I'm not going to go through what is the metaverse. Hopefully those on this call will know what that is at this point. But it just goes through use cases. Some of the most prominent use cases that could serve as metaverse entry points for fintech majors are monetizing digital assets. Fintech companies can use the decentralized infrastructure to establish new trading platforms with enhanced security, not to mention a much wider variety of goods products. Decentralized marketplaces in the metaverse, user-centric financial services. So using AI and 3D avatars, you could develop VR financial advisors who offer personalized financial recommendations and guidance to users. No, AI is not going to replace, it was a very good quote I heard recently, AI will not replace people's jobs, but it will replace certain roles, and the people whose roles they will be in charge of controlling that AI. The rise of decentralized finance, which is huge, absolutely massive. DeFi is an expanding area of finance that employs blockchain as well as the metaverse to develop decentralized financial systems. These applications offer a substitute for conventional institution by enhancing safety, openness, and user-centered controls. Immersive financial education, financial service gamification, and rewards. We're already seeing that. Guys, because I mean, like today, for example, I got my new Chase card from Chase Bank, but there was incentives there for people to refer me to that, and that's become a trend with a lot of new financial services organizations that are popping up all over the place. You know, Cash App, Revolut. There's all sorts of alternative banking systems out there, and that's just going to keep increasing with the metaverse. Metaverse is the power to transform financial services and provide rewards to encourage user engagement with fintech applications. For instance, you could construct treasure hunts and other adventures in virtual reality that recompense users with digital accuracy for achieving their financial responsibilities. Identification, verification, and secure user authentication, metaverse-based wallets, e-commerce, and a new way of banking, which I've just mentioned. So again, it's just, if you see the broad range of, you know, a lot of things make the headlines, you know, where big companies are jumping into the metaverse, and a lot of, you'll see a lot of brands, and I certainly use those as headlines for Twitter and stuff, but it's the other stuff that's quietly going on. I think that really it makes this again inevitable. And this one, whilst hang on a second, my internet's a bit slow. I'm not going to read all of this either, but this was a cool article, and this is from the University of Notre Dame, as they call it, the American pronunciation of Notre Dame. That's in California. And basically, to summarize, one researcher says we should look beyond the hype to see how virtual reality can make scientists more effective. But to realize the benefits, researchers must also plan well and avoid potential pitfalls. And it's a good article. And again, it's using VR, it's using the metaverse to enhance our learning and understanding of science. The researchers say the metaverse stands to benefit science in 4 main ways. Firstly, it can remove barriers and make science more accessible. Well, I mean, that is in itself, science is very daunting. Anybody did science at school or, to a higher stage will know, because their school bag weighed more than anybody else's, because the books were massive. And if you can make that a lot more accessible to people, they're onto a winner. We need to not speculate about the distant future. Instead, we need to point to ways researchers have already begun using virtual environments in their work. Okay, so again, they're saying it's already here. They're getting away from the hype. They're mentioning potential pitfalls. There are still barriers to using virtual reality. Virtual reality goggles and related equipment, whilst becoming more affordable, are still require a significant investment. This issue relates to a larger one. Who owns the metaverse? Well, nobody does, and nobody ever will, hopefully. Currently, a few technology companies control the metaverse, but Gomez-Zara notes that there have been calls for agencies and others who support research to invest in building an open, public metaverse. In the meantime, he says it's important for researchers to think through questions of ownership and privacy anytime they work in the metaverse. I mean, there's scope there. Having read this article, I do think there's scope for almost somebody building a science park in the metaverse and inviting these people to come in. I think like a science Disney World. So you're looking at the use cases again that are quietly going on in the background. They don't make sexy headlines about science, unfortunately, but people are already exploring in all those different industries and all those different education sectors how this can benefit them. And science people by nature are going to explore new technology. Of course they are. And I think, again, science and industry are going to be huge. And if you look at finance as well, which we've just done, these aren't, it's all very nice having Gucci launching their range in Metaverse Fashion Week. But if you've got serious people like the head of science at Notre Dame University doing serious research into how the metaverse is going to benefit their ability to teach science, you're onto a winner. You definitely know you're onto a winner, 100%. It doesn't make sexy headlines, as I said. There is one there I saw, which was BBC taking Top Gear and Doctor Who into the metaverse. That was another one. But whilst that's going to attract a lot of people to look at it, it's not as important as that science article. It's not as important as that finance article. And those are the things that always, if you're talking to a serious business person and you're showing them that article about the finance sector or the science sector, I'm going to put these in the chat. I mean, those guys will sit up and listen. Definitely, when you pop that in front of their eyes, it becomes less more about geeks and games and stuff like that. People will take a sort of sit up and listen. Hang on a second, just put the finance one in there as well. So, okay, guys, I think we've taken about as much time as we want to do. Now, I should say, you must always think I'm on holidays, but I am going on holiday on Monday. But Sylvie's always on holidays. Sylvie lives on a holiday. She's her life's.
Yeah, I live in holidays. Yeah.
Well, she doesn't, because she obviously have just seen, Sylvie. That took hours to put together what Sylvie's just done, all those graphics, because I know that myself. So Sylvie's just put an awful lot of hard work into that. I am, however, going on holidays. I'm going on Monday, and I'll be back the following Monday. Monday's a bank holiday here. And the following Monday, my son's got what they call an inset day. So we're actually going from Monday to Monday. So we're going to Spain, which, weirdly enough, the weather forecast next week is worse than the UK's.
Oh, no, really?
UK is having a heat wave. Spain's got sunshine with scattered showers, rain showers. So yeah, I don't care. Go on holidays anyway. So guys, we'll schedule some calls. What I might do is actually, it's a real opportunity for people who, if you're on this call and you liked what you heard, what I will actually do maybe is schedule this call again to go out again next Saturday. So you can actually invite people to hear that training. And I'll also schedule Sylvie's last week training as well, sometime during the week too, because both of those are fantastic. It's just really, really good information. And you know what everybody needs to hear right now, because a lot of people are listening to the wrong kind of headlines, which are telling everybody the metaverse is dead, which is a load of nonsense. Don't try telling that to that guy in Notre Dame University.
It's like, it's like every time Bitcoin goes down, people saying, "Hey, Bitcoin is dead," right? So metaverse is here for 30 years already, because that's how long is the beginning, right? 30 years ago, there was the first big, massive glasses, the VR glasses that people started to use, and only like 2 years ago, actually most of the people started to hear about the metaverse, right? So it will take some time for people to adapt, but it is a future. It is a future, and our goal here in GMeta1 is actually educate people to be ready where this future will come, so you guys know what to do and understand the basics, what you can do. And remember, the successful people are those who take action. So jump into the metaverse, make your first step there, create your avatar, experience, because that's how you will learn. Okay, so
Exactly. Dip your toe, guys. Dip your toe. Make it a point of taking 10 minutes, like once a week at least, and going into a metaverse. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's GMeta1, whether it's Sandbox, whether it's Decentraland, whether it's Somnium, whatever it is. Take a look around and see what's going on. Spatial's a really cool one, spatial.io. You need to jump in here and have a look around, guys, and see what's going on, see who's in there, because that's what you're part of. If you're not experiencing that, you're not getting the full experience of the metaverse. So a lot of things I do, a lot of the videos that I create for these guys, we require me to go in there, and I need to go in more, because every time I'm in, I'm absolutely fascinated by what's going on and the money that's being spent, whether or not Mark Zuckerberg's version is doing well or not. It doesn't matter. It's happening. And you'll see it happening if you go in there. Miguel and I went into Voxels a few months back, and Elon Musk, SpaceX are in Voxels.
yeah.
Who knew?
Right
Miguel stumbled across.
If you type voxels.com and you go in, you're gonna go where? Right in front of SpaceX.
Absolutely. Awesome, Sylvie. Thank you so much for that. Again, incredible delivery, incredible presentation, and all your hard work this week. Fantastic. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for you as well. And so we're gonna see you live in 2 weeks, right? If I understood.
Yeah, I'll do something whenever I get back, but I'll be back on Monday, whatever it is, the first Monday in June, and so I'll be back to work on GMeta1 on the Tuesday. Let's get going. We're gonna, really need to start doing more spaces. We really need to start doing more collaborations. That's what we're going to do. I want to try and change the face of what's going on in the GMeta arena. I want to change the face of what's going on in GMeta Heights. We want to get some fun people in there. We want to get some games developers, so our members can go in there and play games and do all sorts of stuff. So, and it benefits those guys. So we're doing a lot of these spaces. We're making a lot of connections. But as yet, I haven't brought anybody in, so I'm going to go after those guys whenever I get back.
Okay, so have a
That's
great
me
time,
being a
David, and we'll see you when you come back. Bye, guys. Have a
See you,
wonderful
Sophie.
rest
Thank you
of
very
your day.
much.
Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, everybody.